Season 2 Team Affinities. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, this is Hopeful Chewbacca back at the Church of Chewbacca, and today we're going to go over the Season 2 Team Affinities and how to get the players that just came out in them. You can earn 10 diamonds for any of the division reward paths in the Season 2 Team Affinities. So I'm going to go over each of the paths, and then I'm going to let you know how you can go about getting the cards, probably the quickest way. And then I'll talk about Showdown. Obviously, this video is not going to have the Showdown tutorial in it, but I will definitely do a Showdown tutorial. Let's get into it. So you're going to go into the Team Affinities here, and as you can see, the Season 2 Team Affinities, I'm at 0% on all of them. I've done some of the Season 1 Team Affinities. I'm going to catch up on these and probably knock out Season 2. Maybe knock out Season 2 before I knock out Season 1. Either way, you're looking at all of these Season 2 Team Affinities right here. And all of them are the same reward path-wise and what you get at each one. We're going to go over the NL Central since I'm a Pirates fan, so we'll go over that one. Just to go over it, I'm going to explain at 3 Team Affinity points, 5, and so on and so forth, what you're going to get. And it's going to be based off of the 5 teams in the division that you're in. The players are going to be a little bit different. At the end of the video, I will let you know within each division which I think is the best card that's in that division for the big cards, because you get some lower diamonds that are like 93 and below, then you get some diamonds that are like 93 and above in the big pack. But we'll go over each of the rewards here, and I'll let you know how to complete the tasks for each of the divisions to get these cards the quickest that you can. You can actually get up to 60 points without playing at all by just doing collections, although the collections can be a little bit expensive. It's the only thing that will cost money while doing this. If you don't want to spend any stubs at all, then by all means you can play showdowns, conquests, do the moments, do the missions, and we'll explain that here in a second. Let's go over the reward path, though, and what it's going to look like in each division. At 3 Team Affinity points, you get a choice pack here for bat skins. It's going to be all 5 of the teams in the division, as well as their city skyline, as you can see from the bats. At 5 Team Affinity points, you actually unlock the first lower diamonds. I guess they're all below 90. My bad. They're all 85 to 89s. They're not even in the 90s, so I apologize for that. Once again, you want to collect these. These will help with the Mariano Rivera collection that just came out. And I'm going to do a video about that that'll probably come out tomorrow morning that kind of explains the best way I will go about getting that Mariano Rivera that just came out. That's 99 overall for his milestone card. But you're looking at these 5. None of these guys are really that great. I do like Willie Stargell swing every year, so I'll probably play him. And hopefully an event, they have an all-star event or something, and I'll get to play with some Willie Stargell. But these are the guys right now in that one. And they're looking at 10 Team Affinity points. It just unlocks a random thing for the NL Central. It looks like it's going to be nameplates that have something to do with their ballpark or their city. As you can see, the Pirates right there, they have the Roberto Clemente Bridge, which you cross to get to the field at PNC Park. Now you're looking at 15 Team Affinity points, and you're looking at some more jerseys, so they're giving out more throwback jerseys. Once again, you get the 20 Team Affinity points, and you get a chance at those flashbacks and legends that are part of the NL Central. Obviously, each division has a different one, and honestly, these cards just really aren't that great, but make sure you pick a different one every single time for that Mariano Rivera reward. At 25 Team Affinity points, you get 2 Team Affinity packs. Go back to the bat skins at 30. At 35, you're back to those unlockables, which is literally just the nameplates again. Then at 40, you get 3 Team Affinity packs. At 45, you're going to get the flashbacks and legends again. 50, you're going to get 2 choices for those team banners. Actually, it's 2 choice packs. You get 3 choice items. So I guess there's going to be 3 rounds. Either way, pick the different things in case there's a collection or something that you get something for free later. Don't pick the same ones. Like, don't pick 5 of the Pirates. Like, that's silly. There's no reason to do that. Back to the throwback jerseys. Now this is where we get to the big boy cards. At 60 Team Affinity points is where you get the first card that is in the low to high 90s. And you're looking at this for the NL Central. We have Mark Pryor, Johnny Bench, Bryce Terang, Quinn Priester, and Joe Torre. You get all these for free. Make sure you pick a different one for each one. They are not sellable, so make sure you pick a different one. If not, you're going to point a ticket with SDS, and God only knows how long it'll take to get back to them. I will let you know my pick for this pack. If you're going to pick 1 out of the 5 to start, you get the 60 and you want to do the NL Central. I think Quinn Priester is the best one. I'm going to give in-depth true reviews of all 30 of these cards that are in these low to high 90s that are in the good packs here. So you'll know exactly what the best cards are. Then I'll do a top 10 just like I did with Season 1. However, I think Quinn Priester's the best in this pack for sure, and then I will give you my choice in the other 5 packs at the end of the video, but you get Priester a little bit early. All of these are pretty decent cards for what they are in the game right now. At 65 Team Affinity points, you get 4 Team Affinity packs. Back to the flashbacks and legends, it looks like you're going to get 2 packs, so you'll knock them out by 70 Team Affinity points. At 75, you get some NL Central Live Series players, bronze and silvers, 2 of each, and this is actually going to be 2 packs, so you actually get 4 of each. Balling is a habit at 80. At 85, we got 5 Team Affinity packs. At 90, we're back to the big boy pack, where you get to pick another one of those 5 guys that we went over. At 95 points, you get 2 throwback uniforms. At 100, you get 2 throwback bats or the bat skins that you saw. At 105, you get the Balling is a habit pack. At 110, you're going to get another NL Central player, which is those big boys. And then you get some more bronze and silver players. You're going to get 20 of these this time around because it's 5 packs, you get 4 Live Series players. You get 5 packs of the Team Affinity. A Balling is a habit at 125. 130, you're back to the big boy NL Central pack. 135, you get 2 Balling is a habit packs. At 140, you get 5 Team Affinity packs. 145, 2 Balling is a habit. And then at 150, you're going to get another NL Central. So pretty much this 150 Team Affinity points, just like it was in Season 1. The missions and everything have changed, though, a little bit, as well as the moments and whatnot. So you go down here to the NL Central tasks and how do I get these Team Affinity points. For the missions, it's going to be the same repeatable ones with anybody in the NL Central. So that lists out the 5 teams: Cubs, Reds, Brewers, Pirates, and Cardinals. Plate appearances for online and offline, repeatable. Hits, online, offline, repeatable. Extra bases, online. Strikeouts, online. And then they do have actual missions for like the John Lesters and some of the other players that are in the big pack as well. For all 10 of the guys you can unlock, they have missions that will also give you Team Affinity points. Looking at the moments, they have moments only for the big guys. So the Pryor, Johnny Bench, Terang, Priester, as well as Torrey. And these moments are not that hard to do. You can knock them out and get 10 Team Affinity points total. Then you can do the Central Conquest here. I'll do a tutorial video to knock out all 3 of the division's conquests to kind of show you how to go about it. As for the Central here, you can use this and it'll actually give you points in both the NL Central and the AL Central. So you're knocking it out. You actually get 60 Team Affinity points, 30 in each. But it's not that bad, and I will give an example on how to go about that. Back into the Team Affinity for the NL Central. We're going to go back down to the missions here. March to October. Now, you can do this when it's an offline mode, a shortened franchise season, essentially. Now, you can play on dynamic. My advice would be to play on All-Star higher because you're going to get 64 average Team Affinity points all the way up to 84 Team Affinity points if you play on Legend. Rookie and Veteran are cool if you're just trying to grind it out and maybe mindlessly grinding. You're going to win a World Series. You're going to win a lot of games, I'm sure. But I think you should play on All-Star higher to maximize those points. Here are the collections that I was talking about. Flashbacks and Legends is one of the collections that you can use that are part of the Brewers Essential. Now, this collection right here gives you 10 Team Affinity points. Honestly, if you're going for the Mariano Rivera, you'll probably have collected most of these guys anyway, so it could be worth collecting. The collections that I was talking about that can give you all the way up to 60 points is actually the exchanges is what I meant. It's not a collection. So it's an exchange of Central players, and as you can see, it's quite a lot of points. So you're going to have to do this, but as you can see, 5, 10, 15, 30. So 5 plus 10 is 15, another 15 is 30, then another 30 is 60. That's how you can get 60 points. Obviously, there is a showdown. For every voucher showdown, you're going to get 3 points. You can trade in 5 vouchers at a time to get 15 points. I think showdown's still going to be the quickest way. As you can see, the vouchers are right here. I'll show you where to get to showdown at, since you can't do it through the Team Affinity. So to get the showdown, you want to back out of Team Affinity. You want to go to single player modes. You want to go right in the middle here to showdown. And then you'll go to Team Affinity Season 2 showdown. Voila, you enter the draft, pay your 500 stubs. I will do an in-depth tutorial video for this Team Affinity Season 2 showdown that will hopefully come out tonight. I got to travel out to Ocean City, which is about a 3-hour drive. I'm going to record it in the hotel, knock out the showdown a couple times, try to get you guys as many missions as I can, and obviously make that Google document to help you guys out that I did before for the Season 1 Team Affinity. So we're going to try to do that as quickly as possible whenever I get to the hotel. We'll see how long it takes. It'll definitely be out tonight. It might just be out maybe early morning tomorrow, technically. So look for it at maybe midnight, hopefully earlier, but it could be as late as midnight, maybe a little bit later, but I'm hoping to get it around 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock. Obviously, got to set up the mobile setup and everything. Something I do because I travel for work. Either way, I think that getting these 5 players here is very important. It'll help with the Mariano Rivera as well as they are very good players. They will help your lineup, especially if you're a free-to-play player. Even if you've done the entire collection, some of these guys can definitely help on the bench. They're guys that will help in events because there's going to be a Future Stars event. There's going to be a second half event. There's going to be an awards event. There's going to be a prime event where you can use these cards. So make sure you knock these out as quickly as you can. I think it's very helpful. Now I'm going to go through each division. I'm going to pop it up and I'm going to show you the guy that I would pick if you're going to go after that division. If you just want to get to 60 points in each one and pick up 6 of the best guys. I think Priester's already mentioned is the best guy in NL Central. We'll go through the NL, then we'll go through the AL. So I'll just pop up. It'll transition to each one very quickly. I'm not going to take too long because I am going to do in-depth true reviews where those videos will be out all throughout the weekend as well as the beginning of next week. The NL West best player, you might be able to argue for Josiah Gray and Tony Gwynn or even Willie Mays, but it's definitely Dante Bichette. He has tremendous contact and power. He's not the best fielder, but he's going to mash. I really like his swing. Dante Bichette gets the #1 spot for the NL West. For the NL East, it's going to be Edwin Cabrera. I think he has the best pitch repertoire, and I think he actually has really good hits per 9, K per 9 compared to the other 2 pitching options in this division. Mauricio is okay. Hank Aaron's, he's just a dud this year. Unless they come out with like a 99 stud absolute monster card, I don't think he's going to be used by very many people, and it's unfortunate because this was like his first year in the game in a long time. Cliff Lee can be a definitely pinpoint accurate dude, but he throws too slow and his hits per 9 are terrible, so that's why we're going with Cabrera as the best card in this division. For the AL West, it's a little bit tricky because Torrey Hunter's a monster, Sam Huff is a monster. I went with Sam Huff because there's so many more outfielders than Torrey Hunter, but I think they're almost 1A and 1B within this division. The other 3 guys are not that great. Roy Oswald's hits per 9 is way too low, like his 93 overall last year. I love Edgar Martinez, my favorite player growing up. I wore 11 pretty much my whole life until I started playing slow pitch softball, which now I wear 15. But for number 11 was because of Edgar Martinez. I loved him. He was a great hitter, kind of slow like I was, played on the corners. Either way, he's not that great. Sam Huff, I think, is the answer because he's a catcher, has tremendous power, very good defense, even though he's not the fastest. But you could argue that Torrey Hunter should get the spot. But I'm going to go with Sam Huff as my personal choice. But I could see your argument for Torrey Hunter if you want to go with Torrey Hunter first. The AL Central was another close one. A lot of people will probably argue that it should be Jim Thome. However, I do not think that Thome is worth picking up just because he plays first base. He doesn't play anywhere else. So I went with Garrett Crochet because he has outlier 1. He's going to throw 102. He's a hard-throwing lefty. Yeah, there's some other relievers like Aroldis Chapman and whatnot, but there's not too many hard-throwing lefties. It's essentially the poor man's Billy Wagner from last year. He has a good slider. He throws it pretty hard. The Jim Thome is a good card, though. You could argue that, but I just think there's so many other options at first base. I went with Crochet because of his ability to throw that 102, be left-handed, and I think he's going to cause a lot of problems. Has good hits per 9 and K per 9. The last of the divisions here is the AL East. Now, Jimmy Fox is a pretty good card at catcher. However, I do think Sam Huff might be the better option depending on who swings a little bit better because Jimmy Fox's defense for catcher is not that great. He can play both of the corners as well. There's going to be a better version of Lou Gehrig. This Cal Ripken's trash. McLennan is not actually that bad of a card. However, Jordan Grosshands is by far the best card in this division. Shortstop absolutely has tremendous power, great contact, good speed, good fielding. Grosshands by all means should have been in the game last year because he was their best prospect. Instead, they gave us whatever that dud was that the Blue Jays had. This year, they're hyping up the Blue Jays. They've given the Blue Jays a lot of good cards. Grosshands by far is the best shortstop in, I think, all of the Season 2 Team Affinities and so far in the Team Affinities period. Put that down on the paper. Write it down. Remember it because this dude's going to be a monster and hard to deal with, probably even in real life too because he has a lot of upside. That's going to wrap up this video. Kind of gave you an overview of how the Season 2 Team Affinities are going to work. Look out for the Showdown tutorial as well as all of the Conquest tutorials and the true reviews of every one of the big boy cards, as I've been calling them, the guys that are in the 90s overall, that you'll see that I will do an in-depth true review for all 30 of the guys, and then we'll do a top 10 list just like we did in Season 1. I know some of you guys enjoyed it. It helped you guys out kind of who to go after, but I did want to give you a preview of who I thought the 6 best guys were in each division. That way if you guys want to start working on things while I'm working through these videos, because obviously every video takes some time to make. I can't push them all out like back to back to back. I edit everything myself. I record all the videos myself. So obviously wanted to give you guys at least a head start of the 6 best in each division, or well, the first best in each division, but 6 guys to go after to get you up to 60 Team Affinity points. If you want to do it the quickest way possible is definitely through the exchanges. However, I think the other fastest way possible is definitely going to be showdowns. You'll have to play 4 showdowns and knock it out. That tutorial will be out tonight. If you guys have trouble with that, always leave comments down below, especially on this video. Give this video a thumbs up. That way, everyone knows how great of a video it is, and it helps with the YouTube algorithm, as well as leave a comment down below to let me know what you guys think about this Season 2 Team Affinities and some of the players in it. As always, guys, I appreciate all of your support. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share this video with any of your friends that play MLB The Show. You guys have a great day, and be safe.